Okay, so we've all heard Despacito probably a million times, right? But what if I told you it's not just one of the biggest songs ever? It's actually a masterfully built story of seduction, hiding right there in the lyrics. Well, today we're going to pull it apart, piece by piece, and uncover that story.
It all comes down to this one word, Despacito. I mean, it's the title, it's the chorus, but it's so much more. As we're about to see, this single word is the key that unlocks the entire narrative.
Because, in this song, Slowly isn't just about the speed of the music. Not at all. It's a whole philosophy. It's a promise. And it's the one theme that guides every single move in the story, from the first glance to the final moment. So every story's got a beginning. And where does this one start? Not with a word, not with a touch, but with a look. This first chapter is all about that initial, powerful spark of connection. Now, this is what's so clever. The lyrics tell us right away that this isn't some one-sided chase. Yeah, he's been watching her, but he sees her eyes are calling him. So boom, right out of the gate, we know the attraction is mutual. It's a shared thing. And that spark is what kicks this whole story into motion. And this line just perfectly captures that feeling. It's not just I'm interested. It's this irresistible, almost natural force. He feels like he's literally being pulled toward her, like a magnet and metal. But here's the kicker. While the attraction feels automatic, he's already making a plan. The feeling might be out of his control, but his next moves are going to be very, very intentional. Okay, so that magnetic pull is there. It's established. Now, the narrator basically lays out his mission statement. And this is where we get to the absolute core of the song, his promise. So here's the most important point. Despacito is a conscious choice. The lyrics are telling us the goal isn't just a physical thing. The real goal is to create an experience that's completely unforgettable. It's about savoring every single second to build something that's going to last. And the evidence for this philosophy starts right here, with this incredibly intimate, gentle action. It's not aggressive, right? It's close, it's personal. But why this? The next line tells us everything. And there it is. The reason is stated plain as day. The whole slow, deliberate approach is designed to burn this moment into her memory. He wants the experience to be so powerful that it actually stays with her long after he's gone. This, right here, is the heart of the song's entire philosophy. Now, from this point, the story gets really poetic. The lyrics move away from plans and promises and into these beautiful artistic metaphors that frame the whole experience as a work of art. I mean, what an image, right? A labyrinth. It isn't a straight path. It's complex, it's mysterious, and he doesn't just want to walk through it. He wants to sign its walls. So if you break that down, the labyrinth represents a deep dive into another person. It's about navigating all their complexity. And his intention is to leave a permanent personal mark. This is so much deeper than just a surface-level thing. Then, just like that, the metaphor shifts. We go from architecture to literature. A manuscript. It's handwritten, it's an original work, something totally one of a kind. So what he's saying is this is a creative act. It's a story that they are going to write together, an experience that's meant to be created and then read. It just elevates the whole thing to the level of art, something deeply personal and completely unique. And this line just perfectly wraps up this whole chapter. It suggests that their connection isn't just something he wants, it's almost like it's destiny. He sees himself as the final piece that makes this beautiful picture whole. So just when we've settled into this slow, poetic rhythm, everything shifts. The energy changes, Daddy Yankee jumps on the track, and he introduces a whole new dynamic, a controlled, deliberate escalation of passion. This progression is so methodical. It's not a sudden explosion, it's a journey. He says it himself, start slowly and then build to savagely. The phrases, step by step and little by little, just hammer home that this escalation is planned. It's controlled chaos. This line right here, it perfectly captures that paradox. It's about that thrilling dynamic of playful danger, of a passionate intensity that's still being handled with finesse and care. It's like two equal, powerful energies finally meeting in the middle. And that brings us to the climax of the story, the final goal. After all this slow, deliberate, escalating seduction, what was the whole point? And here it is. The ultimate goal. That last part says it all, so that my seal stays with you. A seal isn't temporary, it's a permanent mark. It's a symbol of a moment so significant that it just can't be erased. So this brings the whole thing full circle. The entire story, from that first magnetic look to the final climax, was all engineered for one reason: to create an experience so profound and so unforgettable that it leaves a permanent seal. It was never about just a moment, it was always about creating a memory. And that leaves us with one final thought. After this whole journey of escalating passion, the very last word you hear in the song is Despacito, slowly. Why do that? Why end a story about reaching a savage peak by reminding us of its slow beginning? Well, it seems the song wants us to remember that in the end, the method is just as important as the result.